Hello Scorpio, welcome to 7 Star Tarot. Today I'm going to do a 3 card reading, but it's actually more like a 1 card reading because my original intention was to draw a single card and then to speak with you about it. And then I decided to pull 2 more clarification cards to help me kind of dig in a little bit deeper. So Scorpio, what we have today is the Eight of Pentacles. It came up in the reverse, but let's speak about the Eight of Pentacles first. So it's a card of diligent hard work. So you may be an apprentice or currently learning some kind of trade or craft. So this person is a craftsman. He is working very hard, so hard that his clothing has become tattered and he's just not noticed. And there's a great deal of attention to detail here. So you notice he's discarded one of the pentacles. And the interesting thing is as well, it's very much about making money. Because he's literally crafting a pentacle, so he's almost kind of printing money. So yes, if you are an apprentice to some kind of craft, as in a creative sort of craft, then certainly this will be relevant to you. But we all have some form of craft, don't we, that we apply ourselves to and use to make money and to provide value to people in the world. In the reverse, though, what this card is saying essentially is that there may not be the level of diligence and focus on your craft that is required. So you may feel as though you've lost motivation. You know, it requires a great deal of motivation to continue creating time after time, essentially, the same product and assumedly improving one's craft as the kind of overall goal. Notice as well that there's nobody else kind of patting him on the back, so there's no recognition. So in a situation where you are putting a lot of effort into improving your craft, it can be difficult to maintain motivation. And so in the reverse, the card is suggesting that this may have occurred. So something about are you lacking a bit of passion in your work at the moment? And because of that, has it kind of caused you to kind of back off from how hard you're working? Or perhaps sort of take your eye off the ball a little bit. So the clarifying cards we have are the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So I think the message here is fairly clear. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving, very meticulous and very planned type of energy. So it's very practical, not too concerned with kind of lofty intellectual concepts and certainly not with emotions. The Knight of Pentacles just does what needs to be done. And so what he's counseling us really to do here is just to focus on the immediate next step, to focus on, you know, the plan. Yes, of course, have a plan, you know, have a direction that you're moving in. Not to try and think too far into the future, or to think too big picture about what you're doing. What needs to be done, the Knight of Pentacles is telling us, is just the very next step. So, yeah, Knight of Pentacles is kind of the classical or stereotypical farmer. Not too much to think about, not too much to say, but certainly plenty to get done, but nothing really to get done at a very quick pace. So certainly taking more of the tortoise approach in the tortoise and the hare analogy, where the hare runs very quickly, and looks like he's going to win, but because he gets lazy, rests on his laurels, and gives up, the tortoise ends up winning the race because he just keeps on plodding along while the hare is sleeping under a tree, if I remember the childhood fable correctly. So yes, maybe with the Eight of Pentacles there was like a desire to kind of get things done quicker. But really there's no point in rushing through this process because it's only perfect practice that makes perfect. It's not just, repeating something however many times that makes it perfect. It's the refinement and the intense concentration and the direction of the will into producing something in the physical world that produces the eventual skill of a tradesperson. And so the Ace of Cups here is very much to do with emotions, desire, but essentially love. And in this context, I think it's about the love for creation. And so I think these three cards are counseling us to do what we love and to bring the focus back to doing what it is that we love. And if you're finding that your attention has wandered away or wandered away from doing the things which you truly enjoy doing, then it might be time to kind of bring that back to the forefront. So if there's a project which you had enjoyed but maybe for some reason put onto the back burner, now might very well be the time to bring that back into the foreground. And yeah, just really there's a lot of love in the creation process of this apprentice. And if he spent too long thinking about the goal and the outcome and the end state, he would be bringing himself out of that present moment, which is where all of the good stuff happens. So very much counseling us to take our time, work our plan. Obviously, if you haven't got a plan, then write down a few steps. Let's say 3 to 5 steps to get you from where you're at to where you want to be. But certainly not spending too much time on that. It's much more about working the plan and enjoying the process of the plan. And of course, if you're not finding yourself doing something that you enjoy, then certainly thinking about how you could start to do more of the things that you enjoy, whether that's starting a side hustle or just in your spare time, managing to making an effort to carve out time for the things that you enjoy. So that's our 3 cards. Let's have an oracle card as well, because these are always nice to get a message from. So we have number 4, which is higher power. Need to figure out how to stop my phone from reversing the image on this camera. Anyway, higher power. Conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, and committing to a partnership with spirit. So I'm going to read the prosperity message, I think. Sometimes your work just flows through you. Ideas come rushing in and inspiration bubbles up from a wellspring you didn't even know you could access. When you enter agreements, begin projects, and negotiate deals with spirit as your partner, you will always succeed. Let your higher power lead. The synchronicities and intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed, giving you confidence to move forward in the right direction. Don't forget to give credit where credit is due. You wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance. Humility will serve you well when this symbol appears. Yes, of course, this is again Ace of Cups is very much receiving the messages from Spirit. You know, the cup is cup of emotion is open to the heavens, and then we have the dove here, which is coming down from heaven, symbolizing Spirit, into the cup, and the cup's being filled up. So certainly a recognition to co-create with Spirit for this reading. So I hope that was useful and interesting, Capricorn, and oh sorry, Scorpio. Why did I say Capricorn? Yeah, very much focused on, quite focused on work and kind of Capricorny, earthy sort of stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, thank you, Scorpio, and I'll see you in the next one.